Hello, welcome to today's mindful movement session. If you have yoga blocks or a bolster, I invite you to grab that now. You can pause the video. And we'll start today with body tapping. You'll use your right hand, starting from the back of your left shoulder. Gently tap down the back of your left arm, your wrists, all the way down to the back of your hand. Then move to a clap, but the focus is on your left palm. Begin to move your way up the inside of your left arm to your left shoulder and underarm. As you stay on the left side, move down the left side, around to your left shoulder blade, down the left side of your back to the middle back, down to the lower back, stimulating the energy flow at your left kidney as you continue down to your glutes, the back of your thigh, your hamstrings, and your inner thigh, all the way down to the calves and your Achilles heel, and the back of your ankles. Then move to the tops of your feet, to the front of your ankles, work your way up the tibia, to your shin bone, to your kneecaps, to your quadriceps, to the left hip, and the muscles around the hip bone towards your lower belly. Continue to tap your lower abs, your stomach, the left rib cage, your chest, and your sternum, underneath the clavicle and along the right side. Now use your left hand and repeat the flow all the way down along the arm, the back of your shoulders, all the way down your arm to your hands. Again, gently tapping, increasing energy, moving down your right side back, upper, middle, and lower, down to your glutes, your legs, moving down the back, to your calves, to your ankles, the tops of your feet, moving up, front of your leg, of your right leg, the inner thigh, your quads, your right hip. Start to tap at your hip bones, your lower right side of your belly, your abdominals, up to your chest, move all along your clavicle, tapping around the neck. And as you move up to your neck, your jaw, the mandible, and the chin, release your lower jaw and open the mouth to tap at the mandible around the hinge of your jaw. Move to your cheeks and your cheekbones, tapping and gently massaging around your nose, maybe tapping the temples and your forehead and the space between your eyebrows. Massaging your entire face and the nostrils, underneath the nose, at your upper lip. Giving your face some love and whatever feels good to you in this moment. Start to massage the edges of your ears. And massage down the back of your neck. Roll your shoulders back as you bring your arms along your sides to a mountain pose, standing tall. If you feel safe, close your eyes down and settle into the sensations of your body. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. On the next breath, take a full expansive breath in through your nose and exhale out of your mouth. Open your eyes. Hi there. Start to turn your head to the left and right about 8 times. And when you've finished, move up and down, letting the breath guide you. And begin to move your head in a circle slowly for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And switch directions. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Begin to rotate your shoulders towards the back 4 times. Breathing here. And then reverse directions forward. And begin to move them in opposite rotations using your chest. This may be challenging at first, but see if you can practice this as one shoulder moves one direction, the other one moves the other, and reverse directions if you haven't already. Extend your arms out facing your right shoulder. Externally rotate your right shoulder as you internally rotate the left, and switch sides. Repeat this full cycle 8 times. Right, then left. Right, then left. Release the arms. Take a deep breath and roll your shoulders back. Begin to swing your arms forward and back and build momentum to windmill your arms in the opposite direction. Left arm and shoulder swinging forward as the right rotates and swings back. Then slow the movement down in reverse directions. Left arm and shoulder swings towards the back, and the right arm and shoulder swings and rotates forward. Let your arms just hang and release any tension within your body. As you let your arms swing around your body to wrap around about 10 to 12 times. Just let yourself flail. Interlace your fingers in front of you, elbow at a right angle, and make figure 8s with your fists. Make sure to keep your left and right forearms and wrists touching each other. And reverse directions. Give your wrists some love. Next, take a deep inhale and exhale to curve your back. Inhale to pull your chest forward. Exhale to hunch and stretch your upper back. Using your breath, inhale to move your chest forward. Exhale to curve. Stand a little bit wider than shoulder width and isolate your upper body as you shift your shoulders left and right while keeping your hips in one place. And then begin to move in a circular motion towards the left, forward, right, and back. See if you can move in a smooth, fluid motion as if you have a pole at the center of your spine. and you're moving around the pole, reverse directions if you haven't already. See how fluid you can move, keeping your hips and legs grounded. Breathing here. Begin to move your hips to the left, forward, right, and back, and exaggerate the movement as much as possible. And eventually move in a fluid circle. Maybe you hinge forward. Inhale and then exhale. Finding your rhythm. And then reverse directions if you haven't already done so. All these movements are with the intention to incorporate mobility, flexibility, energy flow within the body. Make any other movements that feel good to your hips. This is a space that holds a lot of emotional history. Notice your breath. Start to bend your knees slightly and to make circles with your knees. You can bend even deeper and go all the way down. This is to maintain healthy knees and ankles. And reverse directions. Notice how it feels within your body and be mindful if you notice any pain. Okay. Notice your breath and take an inhale and exhale as you move your attention to your right ankle. Begin to make circles in one direction, really rotating deeply into the ankles in reverse directions, finding your motion, finding your breath. Repeat on the other leg. External rotation in reverse directions, move internally. Release here. Bring your feet to hips width apart. Interlace your fingers at the center of your chest. Inhale to raise and flip your palms to the sky above your head. Rise to your toes. Exhale to lower the heels back down as you place your hands back at your chest. Hinge forward at the hip. Inhale and exhale to release the arms and head down towards the ground. Bend at your knees. Move your hands behind you for support and lower your knees down to the mat. With your toes tucked, lean back as far as you can, and with the support of your hands, push up to sit back on your heels. Bring your hands in front of you, lift up, straighten your legs, and come back to a forward fold as you rise up. Raise up with your interlaced fingers, and you fold again at your hips. Exhale to forward fold, fold forward. Release the hands down. Lean back again onto your knees. Move in your own time, in your own breath, 2 or 3 more times. With your fingers interlaced, you raise up onto your toes. Hands at your chest as you hinge forward. Release the arms down. Bend at the knees, keeping your toes tucked. Lean back. Knees to touch the mat. Bring your fingers back in front of you as you raise your hips up. Straighten your legs. Interlace your fingers at the chest. Raise your hands up. flipping your palms to reach the sky. Continue on. Be mindful of your breath. Okay, begin to shift your weight to the left leg and bend your right leg towards your chest to a right angle. Find your balance and begin to kick your leg forward as you open up to the right and externally rotate the hip all the way towards the back. Find your balance here. You will naturally lean forward and you can use your hands as support. See if you can keep your right foot from touching the ground as you lift your upper body back up. Bend your knee and repeat the movement. See if you can do 3 or 4 total. Rotate the hip, find your balance, bend into that right knee. Avoid the mat. Straighten your right leg. Extend it out to the side. Again, rotate that hip as you point your toes back and lean forward. Let your breath guide you. Shake it off, release, let it go. Find your balance and kick your leg forward as you open up the left hip. Internal rotation of the hip all the way back. Again, you will naturally lean forward. See if you can keep your left foot from touching the ground. Again, see if you can do this 3 or 4 times. Find your balance. This is not an easy move, so it's okay if you fall out of it. Release and shake it off. Make any movements that your body may want for the next few breaths. Here I was feeling a little bit in my hips and my shoulders and my neck. So this is also space for some intuitive movement, letting your body guide you, letting the breath guide you. On your next breath, inhale, your arms up, grab onto your left wrist. As you exhale, lean over to the right side to stretch the left side body. Inhale to switch your grip and lean over to the left, extending your right side body as you grab your right wrist. Release. Interlace your fingers behind your back. And widen your stance. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward, keeping the grip, keeping your palms together. Allow for your fists to rise towards the sky. Feel the opening of your chest. Exhale to twist left and right. You may feel this in your shoulders and your chest. Release your head and neck as you maintain the grip. Release the grip and lower your arms down. Breathe here as you press into the mat. Curve and stretch your back. Drop your belly and move your shoulder blades to touch as you arch your spine. Think cat-cow here. And then start to move in a wave with your spine. Release the wave. Place your left hand down on the mat and take an inhale as you raise your right hand. Exhale to twist. Bring your right hand back down. Leave your right hand on the mat. Inhale your left hand up. Exhale to twist. Release your left arm down. Grab opposite elbows and release your head and neck. Sway from side to side. Place your hands on the mat and walk them towards your right foot. Bend into your right knee and straighten your left leg, coming into a skandasana on your right side. Keep your right heel lifted if you want, or grounded on the mat. Point and flex your left foot. And on your next breath, staying low to the ground, start to walk your hands to the left side of the mat. Straighten your right leg, point and flex your right foot. Skandasana on your left side. Move back to the right side when you are ready into the same position. Only this time we'll start to make some circles with your left arm. 3 wide circles towards the back. Point and flex your left foot. You can place your left hand down and walk back to the left side of the mat and extend your right leg as you extend your right arm up. Inhale and exhale 3 large circles towards the back with your right hand. Again, point and flex the foot, your right foot, and your heel of your left foot doesn't need to be grounded. It can be grounded or lifted. As you can see, my heel is lifted. Keep your legs wide and bend both knees slightly to a horse stance or goddess pose with the legs. Lift your upper body up slightly as you press into your right leg and twist to the left. And switch to the other side. Press into your left leg and twist to the right. Switch from left to right a few times, feeling into your body, again letting your breath guide you. Begin to straighten your legs and hinge forward to a wide leg forward fold. Again, release your head and neck. Begin to sway from side to side. On your next breath, extend your arms out wide and wrap your hands around your ankles or calves or feet. Take a pause here as you inhale. Exhale all the air out. Take an inhale. Exhale to release. Place your fingers back on the mat. Heel toe your feet closer together. A little more than hips width distance. Take an inhale and exhale as you lower your hips down to a deep squat. Your heel may be grounded or lifted. Place your palms to touch. Press your elbows or your triceps into your thighs to deepen the stretch within your hips. You can also make this active as you press your thighs towards your arms. Notice your breath here. Bring your left hand to wrap around your right ankle as you inhale your right arm up. And exhale. Place your right hand behind your right ear. Take an inhale and exhale as you move your right elbow towards the mat. Inhale, you rise. Exhale, you fold. Do this with your own breath and your own time, about 7 times. And when you're ready, after your 7th time, inhale your right arm to straighten towards the sky. And exhale to extend it forward and lower it down. Switch sides. Wrap your right hand around your left ankle. Inhale your left arm up towards the sky and exhale. Inhale to bend your elbow and place your left hand behind your left ear. Exhale to fold. Reach your elbow towards the sky. Exhale to fold. For 2, inhale, elbow rises. Exhale, elbow moves towards the mat. For 3, Move in your own breath in your own time for 7 cycles. And when you've completed the 7, inhale your left arm up and then in front of you. Find your right ankle again, and now you're in a deep squat with both your arms crossed. Find your hands at a prayer pose. Breathe and release. And move into tabletop, feet and knees, hip distance, hips under your knees, arms are shoulder distance, fingers spread evenly, wrists and elbows and shoulders in one line. Inhale, come into a cow pose, lift the tailbone as you gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, move into a cat, push away on the ground, tuck the tailbone, your back rounds, drawing your navel in, start to move with your breath. Inhale to a cow, exhale to a cat. And then begin to move intuitively, sway the hips from side to side. Maybe make some circles with your hips. Look backwards towards your left and right hip. Move with your breath. On your next inhale, sweep your right hand up towards the sky. Exhale, thread your right hand underneath your left arm, palm facing up. Rest your head and right shoulder on the mat. Extend your left arm overhead. Breathe here. Bring your left arm back to the mat in front of your face. Press into the mat as you inhale your right arm up towards the sky and place it back on the mat in line with your left shoulder. Inhale and sweep your left hand up towards the sky. Exhale as you thread your left hand underneath your right arm, palm facing up. Extend your right arm overhead. Breathe here. Slide your right arm back to the mat in front of your face as you press into the mat to inhale your left arm up towards the sky. And on the exhale, you place it back down. Begin to welcome some circles to your tabletop and feel into your wrists, knees, and hips. Begin to turn your hands to face outward and sway side to side. Again, welcome a circular motion and feel into your wrists. Continue to turn with your hands, fingertips face your knees, external rotation of your arms. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, pedal the palms of your hands. Bend one elbow at a time as you exhale your hips towards your heels. Welcome a stretch to the inside of your wrists and fingers. Move with your own breath. Notice the sensations in your wrists and fingers. Tuck your toes. Keep both arms straight as you sit back towards your heels. Stretch both wrists at the same time. And then flip your palm to the back side of your hand on the mat. Make a fist and release while you keep your right hand on the mat, and switch to the other hand. Back of your hand touching the mat. Make a fist and release. Make a fist and release. Release that. Untuck your toes if your toes are still tucked, and sit down onto your heels into a hero's pose. Virasana. Start to walk your hands back and lean back as your knee lifts slightly to to stretch your ankle and release. When you feel ready, take an inhale and go back into it. Exhale. Begin to walk your hands back in front of you, move through tabletop, tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. This is the first downward facing dog we are doing today, so be gentle. Pedal your feet as you bend one knee and then the other. Welcome any sensations at the back of your hamstrings and breathe into it. Let the breath guide you. Straighten both legs as much as you can as you lift your heels from the mat, move towards a plank. Lift your hips up and back to a downward dog. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, bend your right knee to open your hip. And on your next inhale, you straighten the right leg up and back. Straighten and square the hips. On your exhale, you step your right leg to the outside of your right hand into a runner's lunge, but both arms are on the inside of your right leg. Inhale your right hand up. Exhale, lower down as you bend your right elbow to touch the mat. Inhale your right hand up, elbow towards the mat. Inhale up. Release the right hand down. Inhale your left arm up, left elbow towards the mat. Inhale up, left elbow down towards the mat. Inhale up and release. Repeat on both sides, left and right. If you have your yoga blocks after you finish your cycles of each arm, grab them now. Bring them on each side of your right leg. With your hands on the block, straighten your right leg and shift your hips back. Wiggle your right heel forwards to a supported half split variation. You can continue to wiggle your heel towards the front into a supported full split. And lower down. Lower your chest forward. You can point and flex your toes. Notice your body here. Release the elbows onto the blocks at whatever height that feels right to you, and breathe into this posture. See if you can continue into a split. And gently come out of it. Bend into your right knee into a low lunge. Slight back bend. And begin to straighten the right leg to a supported half split. And then bend back into your right knee. Move the blocks out of the way. Place your hands to frame your right foot. Tuck your back toes. Step your right leg back. Lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Lift your heels round your spine and shift to a plank. Lift your hips up and back to find a downward facing dog. We'll repeat on the left side. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale to bend your left knee to open your hip. Inhale to straighten and square your hip. Lift your left leg up and back. And exhale, step your left leg to the outside of your left hand to a runner's lunge. Put both arms on the inside of your left leg. Inhale your left hand up. Exhale to lower and bend your left elbow towards the mat. Inhale up. Left elbow towards the mat. Inhale up and release. Switch to your right hand. Inhale your right hand up towards the sky. Bend your right elbow towards the mat. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release elbow towards the mat. Inhale to rise and then release your hands down. Go to the other side. Repeat left and right. When you're finished, grab your blocks if you choose to. If you did it on the other side, with your hands on the block, start to straighten your left leg and shift your hips back. Wiggle your left heel forward to a supported half split variation. Bend into your left knee. Extend your left leg. Start to wiggle your left leg forward. Again, using the blocks as support. Fold forward onto your left leg. You may even point and flex your left foot. As you extend forward, come into a supported full split to your edge. Play with the height of your blocks. Point and flex your front foot. Bend into your left knee into a low lunge. And then shift your hips back and forward. Move the blocks out of the way. Place your hands to frame your left foot. Step your left foot back to a plank. Lower the knees down. Lower the rest of your body down. Bring your arms out wide to tense your fingers. Inhale the upper body up. Exhale to lower down. Do this 3 times. Inhale up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, you rise. Exhale to lower down. Straighten the arms to a T. Lift your right leg up and over to the left. To roll to your left side, place the sole of your right foot behind your left leg. Left ear to the mat. Stretching your left shoulder. Breathe here. Roll back to lie facing the mat. Shift to the right side as you lift your left leg up and over behind your right leg. Bend your left knee. Place the sole of your left foot onto the ground. Right ear on the mat. Roll back to lie on your belly with your forehead on the mat. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, palms on the mat. Engage your core, draw your shoulder blades together. Inhale to lift your chest, exhale to lower down. Inhale to rise into a full cobra, exhale to lower down. Inhale to press into the mat, lift up and move through tabletop. Find a child's pose, knees slightly apart, toes touching. And roll up to come to a side lying position on your left side. You can take your time here. Keep your knees slightly bent, extend your right leg, and you'll inhale to bend the right knee towards your right elbow. Then exhale to extend the right leg towards the sky and lower down. Bend into your right knee, extend the right leg, and then lower down. Moving in a fluid motion, fluid rotation. Try this 3 or 4 times, and then on your 4th time, grab your right leg with your right arm from the inside or outside. Pull towards your upper body for a deeper stretch. Slowly come out and switch to the other side. Lying on your right side, bend both knees. And extend the left leg. Inhale to bend the left knee towards the left arm. And exhale, you will extend the left leg towards the sky. And then lower down in a fluid motion for 1. Inhale, up, exhale for 2. Inhale, up. Exhale for 3. One more time. Inhale, up for 4. Grab onto your left leg. Pull it towards you for a deeper stretch. And gently come out of it to sit up and find a cross-legged seat with your right leg in front or on top. Fold over your legs and place the blocks in front of you to place your forehead to rest on your blocks. Breathe here. Lift up and change the cross of your legs, left leg in front or on top. On the inhale, and then exhale, you fold forward. Resting your forehead on to your blocks. Lift up to a seat, move the blocks out of the way, and begin to straighten your legs out in front of you. On your inhale, extend your arms up. Exhale to fold forward. You can grab your toes, the soles of your feet, your ankles or calves, and breathe here. Release, slide your hands up your legs, making your way to lie down flat on the mat when you are ready. Find your breath here. Maybe close your eyes down. Begin to hug your knees into your chest. Rock and roll from side to side. Grab the soles of your feet from the outside and gently pull your knees towards your underarms to find a happy baby. And you can end today's practice with any other movements that feel good to your body, and eventually make your way down to lie on the mat in Shavasana. Notice your breath, notice the body, see if you can release every muscle into the ground, into your mat. Relax the neck, relax the lower back, release your wrists. Take a deep inhale into your nose. And exhale out of your nose. Begin to roll over to your favorite side into a fetal position. When you are ready, settle here. Coming back to your breath. Push into the mat with your top hand and lift up to a comfortable seat. Take a moment to take a deep inhale in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, hold, out through your nose, in through your nose, hold, out through your nose. Thank you for joining me in today's practice. I think the voiceover is over now, and this is live and direct. Today's practice was a bag of different movements that you can do in the morning. These are the varying movements that I do. I don't necessarily do all of them every single time, but these are primarily the main moves that I do in the morning, especially the first tapping, which is part of a breathwork technique. And I left a lot in there, especially movements that were challenging for me today. And so you can see that even in my practice, I am challenged, and a practice of movement ebbs and flows. There'll be moments where I can go into a split super deeply, not a full split yet, but deeper into my split. And there'll be other moments where I am extremely tight, and there'll be moments where I can balance so well, like Bruce Lee, and other moments where, as you can see today, not so much. And so be gentle to yourself. Know that anything that we're experiencing, especially in these movements, are temporary. Whatever you're going through is temporary. And all we have is this present moment right now. As you're continuing to watch this video, one, I thank you for still being here. All we have is right now. Whatever happened yesterday, it's gone. You can actually recreate that story and have that as the memory in your mind. And whatever is happening tomorrow hasn't happened yet. But we can also create the story of what may happen and have anticipation for the best things that can happen. And watch how it unfolds. We may have some lessons that we need to continue to learn. We may have some residual patterns that are still there. We may have some habits and ways of being that we want to stop, but that's in the future. All we have right now is the present moment. I thank you for watching this video and dedicating time for yourself, for your self-care. And I'm grateful to be able to share these tools with you. And I'm on a journey now of sharing. I've gathered and soaked in so much information. Now it's time to let it out into the world. I mean, I still let it out to people one-on-one, and it is my way of being, sharing and helping people. Now, making it a practice every single day. How can I share out to the masses? And I'm going to continue to still learn. I'm still reading and still studying. I am a dedicated student of life, a dedicated practitioner. You know, I can study, and then be out on the field and not putting yoga into practice. Everything that happens on the mat also can happen off the mat. And so the moments that are challenged here, how can I breathe through it? The moments off the mat that I'm challenged with family members, in relationships and friendships and in business and just everyday interactions with people, how can I take the tools of the breath, of presence, of mindfulness into the world? This is yoga, right? This is mindfulness. This is having a deep relationship with yourself and having a deep relationship with the divine, with God, with Allah, with whatever you want to call it. To me, it is all the same. It's love, it's peace, it's presence. And so today's practice wasn't necessarily a flow. It was offering you different options and hoping that you feel it in your body and take away certain tools, certain postures, certain movements that speak to your body. But in order to really develop that, coming back to this video, trying it out again, trying it out on a day that you feel extremely energetic, trying it out on a day that you feel very low energy, and trying it out and studying yourself and seeing how you feel each and every day, which will allow for you to be present with yourself, of like, what's happening in my body. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Again, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have you here. If you received anything from this video, I invite you to be a part of the community. And there's varying ways that you can be part of the community. You can hit that subscribe button, or you can sign up to a few things going on in the description box below. You can also follow me on Instagram. And I really hope you have a beautiful day, afternoon, night. Until next time, peace.